Ecuador, a country in South America, has a rich history that spans thousands of years, from ancient indigenous civilizations to modern political developments. Here's an overview of Ecuador's history. Pre-Columbian era, before 1532. Ecuador was home to several indigenous cultures long before the arrival of Europeans. These included the Valdivia culture, one of the oldest in the Americas, dating back to 3500 BCE, the Quitus and the Canary. In the 15th century, Inca Empire expanded into Ecuador, incorporating it into their vast territory. The northern part of the empire was ruled by Atahualpa, an Inca leader who played a key role in the empire's history. Spanish conquest and colonial period, 1532 to 1820. In 1532, Spanish conquistador Francisco Pizarro and his forces invaded the Inca Empire. After capturing and executing Atahualpa, the Spanish took control of Ecuador. In 1534, Sebastián de Belalcázar officially claimed Quito for Spain. Ecuador became part of the Viceroyalty of Peru, later joining the Viceroyalty of New Granada, which included modern-day Colombia, Venezuela, and Panama. The Spanish imposed their culture, language, and Catholic religion while exploiting the indigenous people through the encomienda system. Independence in Gran Colombia, 1820 to 1830. Ecuador's independence movement began in Guayaquil on October 9, 1820, with the help of Simón Bolívar and Antonio José de Sucre. Ecuador achieved full independence after the Battle of Pichincha on May 24, 1822. Ecuador became part of Gran Colombia, a short-lived republic that included Colombia, Venezuela, and Panama. In 1830, Ecuador broke away from Gran Colombia and became an independent republic. 19th century, instability and conservative rule, 1830 to 1895. The early years of Ecuador's independence were marked by political struggles between conservatives and liberals. Gabriel Garcia Moreno, president 1860 to 1875, established a conservative theocratic state, closely aligning the country with the Catholic Church. The economy was based on exports like cacao, but political instability and regional rivalries persisted. Liberal revolution in early 20th century, 1895 to 1940. In 1895, Eloy Alfaro, a liberal leader, overthrew conservative rule and implemented reforms, including secularizing the government and expanding education. During the early 20th century, Ecuador faced economic challenges, including dependence on cacao exports and border disputes with Peru. World War II and border conflicts, 1940 to 1980. In 1941, Ecuador fought the Ecuador-Peru War, which resulted in Ecuador losing a significant portion of its Amazonian territory. The 20th century was marked by frequent military coups and economic instability. In 1967, oil was discovered, which became a major factor in Ecuador's economy. In 1979, Ecuador transitioned back to democracy after years of military rule. Modern era 1980 present. The late 20th and early 21st centuries were marked by economic crises, social protests, and political instability. In 2000, Ecuador adopted the U.S. dollar as its official currency to combat hyperinflation. In 2006, Rafael Correa was elected president, bringing socialist reforms, but his government was also criticized for authoritarian tendencies. Recent years have seen political shifts, economic challenges, and environmental concerns, particularly regarding oil extraction in the Amazon. Conclusion: Ecuador's history is a blend of ancient indigenous civilizations, Spanish colonial rule, struggles for independence, political instability, and economic transformations. Today, Ecuador remains a diverse country with a rich cultural heritage and a complex political landscape. Would you like more details on any specific period?